Okay, the time is 12:13 p.m. Friday, December 27th, 2024. I've been poisoned. I went to sleep. I slept for a long time. I woke up around 10 a.m. And since then, I've been poisoned 3 more times. 3 more times. That's racing to the bathroom. And I was poisoned 1 more time with the pancreas poison. So they're directly poisoning me. And it's horrifying. The pancreas is just as bad as the diarrhea pee poo. Because the pancreas is so fucking painful. I can say that they brought all their construction back. I can't talk about where, and I can never talk about these thugs. There's all these different construction sites they set up, and they never left the area. I'll never forget it, but I'm not allowed. I am allowed to always repeat the same statement. When they started killing the hookers is when the construction came, and it never, ever left. They just kept developing more sites feet from the terrace compound, and they've never stopped. And it's turned into private construction, city construction, every kind of construction. They just keep a central zone here. They have so much construction. They have porta potties for these construction men that have never left the remote near perimeter. And that's all I'm allowed to say, and it's the same thing I've said over and over and over for years. So it's still going on and on and on. It's really noisy. They've got every single last insane, unlicensed, unregulated, illegal vehicle charging down 15th Street. I hear it because I'm closer to 15th. Like literally a train, a chain, one after the next, after the next. There's no peace and quiet. They've got every kind of construction thing beeping and crashing, and it's just living hell. They were just under my floor digging, drilling. They were just down there now, dragging stuff. There's so many dead bodies. There's flies all over in here. The dead bodies are day and fucking night. And then they drag the bodies off. Like I have said, I've been allowed to say I witnessed this constantly. And then you don't smell it. It could be multiple hours later, but they always chop them up, organ harvest, and then they cannibalize. So everything is still going full speed ahead here. It's actually gone to the point of fanatics and maniacs. They're convinced because of Donald Trump, they never have to stop. This is the fire department. The Washington, D.C. Fire Department. There's been other events. I really can't be discussing everything all at once, just blabbering it all right now. I'm astounded and I'm stunned that I'm still sitting in here alone. And to this date on the calendar, not anyone has even spoken to me. Now, the world has had a little bit of insight into how many helicopters fly over here and how serious this is. So when I say that the good military is here, I know you know what I mean. They're very present, but yet they can't get me out. They can't get me any money to get out. And they can't come in to get me or to get any statements from me. Why that is, don't ask me. I spend every single day and night alone in an empty terrace compound. The only humans I encounter are more domestic terrorists, which was confirmed when I went into that courthouse. I am still, for the public to understand this, forbidden in all caps from talking on the internet about who I saw, what I saw, where I saw, witness testimony, that is what it's called, of what took place in that courtroom and of what took place in that courthouse. I cannot. It's not up to me. I do not have that authority. What I was able to say yesterday was very great and very good, that I could at least say some words about how the judge threw out the ISIS terrorist fraudulent lawyer to protect herself. Because if anyone listens to that, if they don't know a little bit of legalese, they would be wondering why. It was a defense measure. Get the terrorist document away from her courtroom. The fact that it was there and this was even taking place did not rescue that judge or anyone in that courthouse, but it was a legal move and it was somewhat valid. There is no defense with how legally a criminal defense with how far that judge and the people I witnessed there had taken it. Once I was in there, once they even had the case docketed, they're guilty as charged, okay? And then I'm in there and I witnessed that they literally had the terrorist in there. And the female that was pretending to be Thelma Hogue is not the same one I saw in here. So these are the things I have said already that I am allowed to say on the internet. I cannot say more. I could write a small book about that day in detail and witness account. It is not going to happen as long as I'm inside of 1509 S Street Northwest. It is clear to me that I cannot talk about that court date, everything I saw, heard, etc., witnessing, okay, until I move out of this house. I can't do it while I'm in here. Are we clear on that? While I'm in this property, I can't talk anymore about it, but at least I could tell the folks here how that was such a fake event. Not anywhere in American jurisprudence law does a case like that ever get docketed and submitted and proceedings go through, ever. And not anywhere in American criminal jurisprudence law would the fraud, con artists, members of organized crime be sitting there role-playing and pretending to be litigants. So that opens up a huge can of worms to what did you see? What did you hear? Questions and answers that I am forbidden while I'm in this house from ever talking about, because I am now a witness to that. Criminality and criminal proceedings that took place in that courtroom. I'm a witness to that now too. So since I'm a witness, in some regards, it can put me in danger if I start talking about it on YouTube. Because these are criminals. Okay, these are fucking criminals that I saw rampant running around in that courthouse. Okay, and what is the witness doing? Besides the criminals that she witnesses here, that dismember dead bodies, I'm sitting by my freaking self still. I have $6 in my bank account. Everybody knows what I do is considered work. I'm working. Everybody knows when you're that poisoned, you have a lawsuit. You should have some sort of, I can't remember the word. When you win a lawsuit, everybody knows what I mean. I can't remember the word. No, I don't get any of that. I sit here with $6 in my bank account, utterly and totally destitute, in abject poverty, utterly and totally all alone. And I'm still hearing them dig, grind, drag, tap, drill, do it all, whatever they want under the floor. Still down there. That was over by the 1511 side. I'm still witnessing the construction involved with criminal acts, but I can't say in detail what I witnessed them do. I wish I could, because some of that's the big stuff that I can never talk about. But that stuff is what that brings the fucking helicopters here. So I understand that. These construction men bring the freaking military. They've got every last muffler car just raging here. So the town here in Washington, D.C. wants to obviously be involved with violence and terrorism, but at the same time, deny that it's happening and keep pretending there's nothing going on. So in analogy, okay, this is like, please look up the word analogy if you don't know what it means, because it's going to help me not have to define that. I'm going to continue. In analogy, it's like if somebody's shooting at you with a gun, and at the same time they're shooting at you with a gun, they're telling you that they're not shooting at you and you're imagining things. This city is doing that to every one of you as they stand in front of the White House reporting their hocus pocus news stories. I'm 6 blocks from here, and there was more dead bodies just again in my house this morning with another mouthy domestic terrorist staring me down, talking shit to me from the sidewalk. The only difference was this one was not white. Most of the time it's the white pedestrian traffic that does that to me. Goodbye.